Hello. All right. So there's dogs in the house, so I'm gonna keep it down, and I'm gonna try not to like show my teeth that much. I don't know why it looks like that on camera, but so I have a really good topic. I was kind of just watching my old videos, and I was like, I know I have a few stuff that I just want to say, but this one is like really kind of like important to me, and it's basically just so I remember when I was a little kid in the Philippines, like I would always see all the soldiers and stuff, and like obviously I didn't know anything, and then um, there's this one soldier in particular that I remember, and he just looks like that usual kind of like soldier type. I don't know how else to say it, but I felt like he kind of like looked at my mugshot, and he was kind of just saying like, or he like mouthed it. He was just like, "What a pretty boy," and then I just kind of think that's kind of like a old timey sort of like Stacy type of thing to say in those times, which to us kids now is a little bit sus still. So sometimes when I kind of like play Lunar or like old games and stuff or anything, like stuff like that is still a little bit like suspicious to me. And then, because I kind of feel like they go back to America and they look at all the different families and stuff in other countries, and they kind of raise their family to believe a certain thing about certain people, because them as military, they have the right to like go into other countries and kind of just observe and analyze, and they kind of like teach their wife and their two kids like, no, Filipinos are like this. And then the one thing here that they kind of find odd about me is like, I'm not much of a thinker. I'm more of like a doer. And here all the boys are very like emo and like deep, and like they get quiet and they just like to think about deep things, and I'm very not like that. I don't know why they're like that, and I feel like that's one thing that they feel about Filipino boys in America is like very deep thinker type of personality disorder. And then I'm very unlike that. I don't even like think about that, but yeah, that's just the one thing that I don't like about old white military men from America is that whole like racist type of thing. And they always kind of like mask it with military, and then and they think it's okay, just to say certain stuff because they have observed it themselves and stuff. And then another one is just how I really like Rudy from season one, because he was so careful about what he said on the show, and he's been to like Vietnam and everything, and he was just like really nice, and he reminded me a lot of my papang, my grandfather, my grandpa, just his look and everything. And it kind of makes me think like, you know, white guys from America, like, kind of like repressed or like Latin and like kind of soft. And they kind of have seen that Filipinos are pretty like matapang and like kind of like strong, kind of like silent type of father figure in the house, and it makes like the little boy feel safe within like the walls, you know, just his presence. And another one is how I was growing up, and I was never really looking for it. I mean, all my friends knew I was straight, pretty much. But now they have grown up to be gay. And looking back, I always did kind of had a feeling. they were gay, just because I knew if you're never gonna bring it up, I just know, and then 15 years later, they're just like, oh, I went to college and I did it, and then they just come out, and then it's like, okay, I always knew, but I never said anything. And that's the one thing I feel people is like scared about me is like I'm so open about talking about sex and my sexuality and my race, and it's not a problem with me at all. And that's the one thing I feel like why people kind of like is scared of me about is that I'm so open sexually. I have no idea why. My parents know, and then you just don't wonder if you know. You just don't. And I've always known this about myself. And it didn't take Jesus or religion to teach me that or nudge me in that certain direction of like straighthood or being straight or straight. I just always knew what I didn't want. And I was never curious. And just another, I think I pretty much said everything, but like just the whole wank bank type of old man white behavior where like net nanny and like don't look at porn, you can't masticate in the house, and I just find it a little criminal to kind of go out in public and look at other people and that's what you get off to. I mean, porn is there for a reason, and you shouldn't disallow it in your home. That's what I think, because I know you're not supposed to undress people with your eyes, because guys are just human and they can do that. And the police will never do anything. Even like if a woman was like, I feel like he's undressing me with his eyes, the police would just be like, but they both know he did, just like walking down the street. So, I mean, I think you should just let kids be kids. That's what I think. Um, yeah. And then, what else was on my mind? Just a quick update on my life. And then I was going to say, I was going to be a lot smart and just be like, oh, you thought I did everything perfect and I was just gonna leave, but there's more. I'm like a typical American kid and I just keep talking and talking and talking. I said it before in another video, just like motor mouth, motor mouth, motor mouth. I have tons more content. Like I never stop thinking. Um, I just have tons more to say and re-say and rewatch and like redo and like you know, it's just never gonna end for me. Yeah, and I'm sorry for like doing all the pauses and stuff. I know that's like a big guy thing that we do, and sometimes I just do it. Obviously, I'm thinking about something, but I'm just not saying it. And I know that's kind of like intimidating when like you have to look at me just kind of like or like moving my eyes around and stuff. But I'm always doing something with my face, so I'm not like too big and too intimidating. Um, Hold on, my dog is at the door. I know you can hear him.